So the 2022-23 Upper Deck Clear Cut checklist is out.
Yep.
We're going to do a quick overview of the designs and kind of the checklist, see if there's any surprises there. The set is scheduled to release on February 14th, right? Which I don't know if you know is Valentine's Day.
It is.
Now, if you haven't gotten me my Valentine, this could be an idea. Maybe part of my gift, Troy. This is a very unique set because going back to COVID and the pandemic, as part of the calendar makeup and how far they got behind there, Upper Deck made I think was a pretty good decision to combine the 2021-22 and the 2022-23 releases. So there was no 2021-22 clear cut. It's all in this. It kind of says that right on the box there too. Then, if you want to throw in even more wrinkles, there's also a number of update cards from 2019-20 and 2020-21. So there's basically this product covers the entirety of hockey history. Right?
Hold on.
Like every year.
I'm confused though. Okay, so it says 22-23 hockey clear cut. Are the only rookies in this thing from 21-22, or are 22-23 rookies included?
It's a dual release.
It's a dual rookie class. I think they're not doing themselves any favor.
We'll get into it. So I'll skip ahead a bit. It's much more of a full or complete set for 2021-22.
Okay.
And a little in a much smaller set for 2022-23.
Okay.
Oh, I actually broke it down here.
I like that. You surprised yourself.
Yeah, I surprised myself with my own show prep. So there's 626 technically 2022-23 cards. There's 1,141 2021-22 cards, 89 2020-21 cards, and 8 2019-20 cards. All basically Quinn Hughes cards.
Well, I guess, I mean, if you're pulling a 1920, I guess Quinn Hughes is good. Yeah. But
I would
still be disappointing to get a 1920 or a 2020-21 that wasn't like a huge card. That's always kind of sad.
I think there's a couple clunkers in the 2020-21 updates, but there's some good ones too. So grand total of 1,865 total cards in the release. I do think it was a good choice to combine them and to get caught up. I'm telling you, doing this checklist overview was the worst experience I've had preparing. It's so confusing, and to go back and forth like a million times and try to figure out, okay, what did they do for the 2021-22 class versus the 2022-23 class? It took like 7 times longer than it should have. And what little hair I have left, I probably pulled out. In general, though, as we know, right, Clear Cut is a 1-card box. It's basically a card that's encased in a 1-touch with a UD hologram sticker that seals it at the top. They're thicker cards, typically. Acetate is a big thing in Clear Cut. Very, very much so a gambling type Riptroid.
Yep.
Kind of perfect for breaking, actually, I think.
Yeah.
So it's $90 US is like basically the pre-sale price. You can spend $90 in the box. You get a 101 Cole Caulfield rookie auto, or make bank, or an unnumbered Mason Appleton auto, which is what I'm going to get in all my boxes, I'm sure, which is for $2. I don't know if the math is any different on a regular box as far as ROI, but maybe it's just a perception because it's that one shot, in the box that it feels more brutal when you don't hit a good card. There are some very, very cool cards, though. And I'll try not to be confusing again because you have to bounce back and forth between all these years so often. But I've tried to do my best to break it down in a very sensical way. First thing to know is that the base cards for this are designed from the base set of that year, and basically the flagship example. So the base cards for 2021-22 are going to have that year's flagship design, and then 2022-23 are going to correspond to those flagship releases. Showing an example of OV from 2022-23, it's the high gloss parallel, but I think you kind of get the concept here. Now, one thing that's interesting about Clear Cut is that when it comes to rookies, they don't use the Young Guns branding. It's the same as a base card design, but they actually put, going back to our conversation last week, they put an RC badge on the card, which I guess is, the more I think about it, is a good thing. It's a little weird at first because we're not used to seeing a card like this, but I don't know. What do you think? Would you rather have it be an acetate, like a because they have Young Guns clear cut and Young Guns acetates? It would probably make it super confusing to have a clear cut version of that card too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think this is super confusing, but I don't mind it. I would like to have it, but I think it's still
Something different.
confusing. Yeah, I still think
Mhm.
it's confusing.
The base set for each year includes cards for vets, legends, and rookies. Now in 2021-22, there's no base rookies for Zegras or Cider, so there's more uh, rookie. Or there's no, I don't think any autos at all. They do have non-auto canvas cards for them, but there are autos for Caulfield, Byfield, Lucas Raymond, Swayman, and McTavish. Right. So again, more rookie auto issues, and I don't. Kind of learning that in the checklist made me wonder if this is another reason why they combined it
Mm.
to not have to deal with whatever's going on with the 2021-22 rookies. In 2022-23, all the key rookies appear to be present and accounted for. It, by set, it will vary though. Some are included in it, some are not. What to see why. Now, the legends component of the base checklist, they do include all timers like Lemieux and Gretzky, but when you get to these like key legends, almost all their cards are super short printed.
Yeah.
So that means probably less than 10, less than 5 total. Off of the base design, there's exclusives and high gloss parallels that are numbered. So exclusives are typically out of 35 or 65, high gloss out of 10, and then there's 101s as well. So that's basically how the base works for each. Beyond the base sets, of course, then there's a huge amount of like inserts, parallels, tributes. Probably one of the more popular ones, and some of my favorite cards for Clear Cut Troy are the UD Canvas autos. Now, the 2021-22 set is much like it's been in the past, where 2022-23 is way smaller and kind of a big departure. So we'll start with 2021-22. You got the Canvas signature cards out of 25 that include a few of the key rookies, like Caulfield is in there out of 25, but there's no Cider, Zegras, or Byfield. Then the red ink autos, which I think you pulled the Zetterberg, right, for
Yeah,
2020.
last year, yeah.
Now these are they're numbered out of the player's jersey number. So the example we're showing on YouTube is Swayman, who's number 1
Yep.
in the photo. So that of course becomes a 101. Again, though, right? This is technically a rookie year card. And just like with the base cards, they don't use the Young Guns branding. They don't use it on canvas either. So his 2021 canvas was a Young Guns canvas, but it's just a normal canvas for clear cut. Same issue there. Do you still like
Weird.
this?
It's just too confusing. I get what they're doing, but you'd have to. This is where becoming a new, or if you're a new collector, this can get really.
This is a
wonky.
very hard set to wrap
Yeah.
your head around as a new collector because
Yeah.
there's a lot of, and it'll even get a little bit more confusing in some areas down the road. There's also the canvas. There's Gold Ink 101. So, well, the weird thing about like
You can have two 101s
for Swayman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. Now, in 2022, the UD Canvas auto sets are much smaller. There's basically just one. There's rookie debut card. Here we're showing Marco Rossi. They're out of 10, and there's only 8 players on the checklist. So Brant Clark, Jack Quinn, Slavkovsky, Kent Johnson, Boldy, Rossi, Jake Sanderson, and Shane Wright. So no Beniers or Owen Power. That's kind of a bummer if you're a fan of the 2022 rookies to not have like the Red Ink Auto or stuff like that. But at least it does denote it's a rookie on it versus like the Swayman, which didn't. So I think that part of it is a improvement to you.
Yes, agree.
There's also rookie tribute autos. To me, these are the ones that can be slightly controversial at times. We talked about actually we featured one in Slab Sharks, but both set years have their own set. So in the 2021-22 set, like an example would be there's an Austin Matthews tribute from 2016-17 Ultimate Collection. So it's kind of a acetate version of that card. Another one is we've seen these a lot before, the Cup rookie tributes from 2005, the Cup. This one for Ovechkin. Now here's one that's interesting. So flipping over to the 2022-23 set, there's a Connor McDavid 2015-16 Future Watch Auto Tribute. That's of course is a super short print. But they did the same card in 2019-20 Clear Cut.
What?
Yeah, so you go on a card
That's
ladder.
I don't like that.
Yeah, if I had spent, well, look it up quick. Look that up in card ladder because I'm guessing they go for a lot of money. If I had spent whatever it costs in 2019 to or hit one in a box even or bought one a year or two later on the secondary market, I would be dismayed. Right? Because the value is going to tank
Yeah.
on that. So
Yeah, I'm looking. It's
we'll move on to. There's also some kind of retro designs. Some of these are really cool. Like one of the ones I liked is a 1999-2000 Ionix UD Authentics design that has vets, rookies, and legends. So there's a Steve Eiserman picture that's a super short print. Do you like these?
I do. I like what they're trying to go for. It's a little busy. I don't like the vertical auto.
But now that's true to 1999.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that. I mean, so that means I don't like probably the 1999 card either. But I there's parts of this card I love and parts I don't like.
There are now this is a card from the 2021-22 set, so that's what's going to get confusing too. So like you can get rookies of this card like Swayman or Lucas Raymond are probably the two biggest names on that checklist. One of the cards that I really like it's Black and Amber. It must be a UD Black set that features kind of a browned or dark acetate, but then like a gold auto. The one we're showing on YouTube is Bobby Orr. So him and Quinn Hughes are super short print. I would be very, very happy if I pulled this card.
Yeah, that's that just fit that this card fits Black and Amber. It's got the perfect color scheme and everything.
This is a 2021-22 class again. So you in this set you could get Quentin Byfield, Lucas Raymond are probably the biggest names there. Did you get an update on that McDavid pricing?
No, because I can't figure it out. I can't find tributes. It's
just do 2019 clear cut McDavid, and it'll come up. And sort by price because it'll be spendy.
19,000. Oh no, that's a lot. Here we go. Clear cut. Is it this one? 6,700
for Future Watch Auto?
No, that's not it.
Yeah, if you had spent
5,890 is the.
Somebody spent 5,800. If you had spent $5,890 and you saw the same card,
yeah,
I lose my mind. I don't know. That has to be a mistake, right? There's no reason why.
Yeah, I'm curious what the reason why they would do the same exact card. Yeah, I'm finding pictures of it. Yeah, it looks the same.
Oy, ay caramba. There's some other cards too. We're not going to go through them all. Upper Deck on their Facebook page has a bunch of photos you can go look at too. Again, this is so. I felt like it's an exercise of confusion going back and forth between 2021-22 and 2022-23. But hopefully we made some sort of sense for it. Again, ultimately, kind of a gambler's rip. Pre-sales, like I already mentioned, in the U.S. at David Adams are about $90. I did find pre-sales at 401 Games in Canada at 130 Canadian. So, what do you think of all this? Do you, now that you see, are you still glad that they combined the releases?
I'm fine they combined them. I think it's probably a good move on their part. I actually don't. The price 90. Would you say 90 US? I can live with that. I think it's okay. Again, it's a big gambling product, but I can live with the price. I'd like the dual rookies or the dual combined stuff for this release, so I'm actually okay with that.
I really like it for breakers because if there's 32 spots in a break, and even if they're making money, if you're paying like $4 for a chance to get a clear cut card, that feels like a pretty decent risk to me versus paying $90 and potentially getting it huge or getting skunked, right?
Mm-hmm.